I watched what you watched. I watched Oklahoma absolutely give it up to Kansas State at home, 41-34. Kansas State stuns number 6 Oklahoma. It's right there in my rundown. I wish I was making it up, but I'm not. Adrian Martinez comes into this game averaging 100 yards passing a game. We say that again. Averaging 100 yards passing a game. He's 4.6 yards per completion coming into this game. Oklahoma's a 13.5-point favorite. That's 2 touchdowns, people. And what do I get? I get Adrian Martinez absolutely on his Captain Marvel, going binary against my team and my squad. For the second straight year, this man got it up to go beat the hell out of my Oklahoma Sooners. And this time, apparently, it's the purple power that was able to give him his powers in the way that he wasn't able to get them from the Huskers last year. So I got Adrian Martinez, a transfer from Nebraska that Nebraska was not unhappy to see leave, go for 380 yards total against an Oklahoma defense that had been shutting everybody down. 500 yards of offense given up by my Oklahoma Sooners to a Kansas State team that lost to Tulane 70-10 last week. Look, man, you talk to most Oklahoma Sooner fans like myself, they'll tell you there are 2 games now that give us the willies. Used to be 3, but Gary Patterson no longer coaches at Texas Christian, but they're 4-0, so who knows with Sonny Dykes. The other, Texas, because the Red River rivalry is always squirrely, and after the 4 overtime quadruple bypass I had to have, we're due for an L. And now that they've taken a loss against Texas Tech, which we'll talk about a little bit later on, yeah, they're probably going to be coming for our skulls as well. Meanwhile, the only other team to beat Oklahoma more than anybody else in the last decade is the doggone Kansas State Wildcats. I guess Brent Venables took Bill Snyder's text message a little too serious this week. I'm joking. I know Brent is a very serious and intense man, but it sets up the story. And the story is Bill Snyder, who famously does not use technology, decided to text Brent Venables, "Congratulations on beating Nebraska. Get win number 4, but not this week." To which Brent just smiled and giggled and said, "I guess he looked at the schedule." You know who else looked at the schedule? The doggone Kansas State Wildcats. That's who looked at the schedule. We're talking about an Oklahoma team I was gloating about just like 7 hours, 12 hours earlier. Saying, hey, Oklahoma gave up 3 points to Kent State. Look at what Kent State did to Georgia. And then here comes Chris Kleiman. And here comes Colin Klein in his first year as an offensive playmaker, play caller. Once again, ripping my heart from my chest. Not as a quarterback, but as a play caller for Nebraska Cast-Off. Now, not only are my Oklahoma Sooners a one-loss team that I have to dock in the top 25 tomorrow, but the Oklahoma won in the Big 12. And as the delightful producer Cat, who's on a high, I might add, we'll get to in a little bit later, for me, November 26th, we have the Kansas State rivalry game with Kansas. Yes, Kansas State has beaten OU 2 of the last 3 times. They have a formula, and they aren't scared. Upset alert. That's from noted USC and Oklahoma destroyer colleague, Matt Leinart, who, put up 55 on my Sooners. Like, everybody's dunking on my Sooners here, man. My goodness. I'm really beside myself because it's been a while since I saw another quarterback rush for 148 yards on 21 carries against Oklahoma. And you know what? The doggone Brent Venables defense. Because the Brent Venables defense that I know about don't give up no 41 points, no 500 yards, no 121 yards rushing to a quarterback at Kansas State. Unless, of course, Colin Klein or L. Roberson, remember him, destroying Oklahoma. You know what? fair play to the Kansas State Wildcats, who showed up to Norman with a grudge and silenced 85,000 screaming Sooners. My goodness. I did not expect to get beat down at home. I'm like, cool, we got both the Kansas State's, both the Kansas teams at home. It's fine. And now I got gambling networks calling my squad fraudulent. And I have no recourse here. Because what else here. All I can say is, hopefully it's a one-loss season. But as my Sooners have also decided they want to go play in the SEC, this is probably one of our last two opportunities to, win 11, 12 games in a season on a consistent basis. And what do? We blow one in September to Kansas State. Kansas State, full credit to you. I don't mean to be dunking on you in that way, except to say I'm on the losing side of this one, and it hurts. It stinks. So, from Oklahoma, Kansas State moving into a tie for first place in the Big 12 with Kansas. My God. Maybe Tyler's onto something. Producer Tyler, another producer for the show, who's like, hey, RJ feels real 2007 up in here. And I'm going, yo, man, when Kansas is a top 10 program, when they finish in like number 3 in the Associated Press Bowl playing the Orange Bowl, call me. You know what Kansas is looking like? Like a doggone top 10 team. They're 4-0. They're 4-0. And Oklahoma's 3-1. When the hell has that happened? I could be here all night and we don't have time for it. But, one of the things that what we do on the show is we take our lumps. We take our beatings on the head. Tyler took one with Notre Dame. Producer Cat is living the high life right now. But then again, it's been Tennessee for 15 years. So, it's my turn is what I'm saying. It's my turn, right? My man Javion, he on the South Carolina. They were getting a hard time for Charlotte tonight. Duke Mayo Bowl, big deal for them, right? And then we got the USC fans over here living their best life, but we'll see about that because as we're doing the show, Oregon State is giving them everything they want to handle. Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.